Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the Boynton Inlet here with another video for you. And this one's going to be a short one. I just wanted to kind of bring people up to par, you almost 63,000 beautiful souls out there that are subscribed to my channel. I'm willing to bet a lot of money that there is probably thousands of subscribers more that are actually subscribed to this channel that are for some reason being unsubscribed whatever glitch there's going on. Too many people have verified that their subscription is unsubscribed, and after they resubscribe, it gets unsubscribed again. So I'm asking those out there, if you feel like it, you don't have to worry about it. As long as you're viewing and you're enjoying yourself, that's all I really care about. But there is a certain goal that I would like to get to 100,000 subscribers, and I know that it will, especially once we start doing the traveling in the little teardrop trailer, and I bring on a whole new demographic and a group of people that are interested in that kind of thing. But today's video, in this short video here, I wanted to kind of, it's not a downer, I wanted to actually speak to my community, and I want to be as sincere as I can. All right, so there's been an issue in the comment section lately with a few people that are saying some very disparaging things towards me, mainly. Sometimes they get into a little, tit for tat with the subscriber too that'll try to defend me or answer the question for them, and they want to, attack you then. I just want you to know, folks, that this channel has gotten so popular. In fact, like I said, I think there's a lot more than 63,000 subscribers, or certainly a lot more than that watch. And I'm very happy for that. And I wanted to really thank those people that have these YouTube channels that are dedicated. I mean, they're absolutely dedicated to creating lies, deceit, and disparaging remarks about this channel. That you have helped me tremendously with people out of curiosity to come over and visit and see what they're talking about. And then, of course, they're shocked to find that it was all lies and deceit, that this channel is nothing more than an individual that's not perfect, but an individual that does care about a community. I do try to do what's best. I do have morality. I do believe in the Lord God and Jesus Christ, and we talk about it and we don't hang our head when we say it. I have a community that's the salt of the earth, and we try to bring positivity. We don't talk politics, we don't talk negativity, and we don't even talk about those trolls, haters, whatever word they're called. But I really do have to thank them, because there is a growing curiosity on my channel where people have come over that have watched that channel and have been converted almost immediately after watching a couple of my videos. Here's what their game is, and it's one simple thing. They have a goal. First of all, these other channels that I won't mention, there's only a couple of them, they were nothing. They were a zero going nowhere with no originality whatsoever. They have no content. They have nothing. And they picked on people. They picked on other channels. I think a specific group of people in a certain demographic, like maybe RVs or nomadic lifestyles or something like that, is what one channel. The other one, he likes to pick on the Social Security things, and he thinks he's an expert, so he jumps on the coattails of Sarasota Tim, and the other guy does the same thing. They're on the coattails. That's exactly what they're doing. They're hanging on the coattails. They wait patiently for my multiple videos to come out every day, and then they literally, folks, believe me when I tell you, they'll take this video that I'm making right now, they'll download the transcript, and they'll switch the sentences around, they'll put words in the middle, they'll put a little picture of me up in the corner, a little sound bite of me, they'll talk about something and then play a sound bite, a non sequitur, has nothing to do with what was said. They use all of this magic smoke and mirrors, and some of them, the one is pretty good. He's got a lot of creative thumbnails to draw attention, to get you to click. It's clickbait. to get you to click on his videos. And he likes to, you know, just to cater to the people that unfortunately weren't kind in my comment section and they had to go away. And so they have nowhere to go. And so they go to these channels that they find that want to create lies and deceit. Excuse me, I got it. And then they try to come back and they create new usernames and new emails. They joined an hour ago and they make these comments in my comment section. They get blocked again. The people, this is what's funny. I'm not talking about the YouTubers right now. Those guys are a joke. But the comment people, they actually are upset, folks. They're upset with you or me because I liken it to this analogy. If you put cameras in your home or lock your doors and they come by and want to pillage and steal and all of that, and you have a camera to spot them and you have a door lock to keep them from coming in, they actually have a temper tantrum and get mad at you for protecting yourself and your property. They are upset that they can't run roughshod over you. So when they get blocked because they are miserable people, unhappy with their lives, that they just don't want to listen to what we talk about on this channel or other channels, religious channels even, or in church. They just don't want to follow the golden rule about treating people the way they want to be treated. They just don't get it. They can't seem to get it. So they continue, even though they've heard it, they'll right afterwards, it just goes in one and out the other, they will leave a negative comment. And then when they get blocked again, or you say something to them, they go to these other channels and they give them some temper tantrum. Oh, he blocked me again, and he blocks everybody that doesn't agree with him. And it's all baloney because, folks, no one will be blocked from this channel. I don't think anyone blocks anybody that's trying to be a YouTuber, that wants subscribers, that wants views, that wants to interact with their community, with anybody that's saying nice things. But who wants to talk to anybody? Who wants to be around anybody that wants to call you names or accuse you of things that you haven't done and make up things? I'm just going to give you a little example here before we end this video. I've spoken enough. I have sayings. I talk about one thing I got is plenty of money. I say people with their prison jobs. I had a prison job. I say you can't believe a damn thing I say. I say a lot of things that are sayings. I have a sense of humor. This is what my channel is. Now, I did make a video, and one of the other channels tried to use that against me, but I later realized that the community was upset with me that I was going to cater to a couple of people that, you know, found something offensive about a dam or a prison job, when I used it strictly in humor and in a context that wasn't cussing or disparaging. And so I made a video saying, I apologize, I'll never say it again. Well, immediately the community spoke. And when the community speaks, I listen. And the community said, no, you're not doing anything wrong. Don't worry about that. You know, we're not offended. And, you know, if they can't take it, they can look at another channel. And the fact of the matter is, I don't want to have to change. I don't want to have to cuss. It's just a saying. There's not an original bone in my body. My sayings, a lot of my personality is made up of people that I've esteemed, that I've met in my 65 years, and movies that I've watched. It's just what makes up like a comedian, you know? I borrow things. And so when I repeat them, I think they're funny. If they don't think it's funny, well, then, you know, you can't please everybody. You really can't. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. But when it comes to the, you know, when I say, you know, one thing I've got is plenty of money, and then in the video, I'll mention to you, you know, very humbly, that if you would like to support my channel, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link next to the Use My Amazon link, and I do promote those two. You know, every few videos or so occasionally, because I do get a commission from the Amazon link if you use it. And it doesn't cost you anything. So that's the one thing. And they never say anything about that. But when I say something about if you'd like to use the Buy Me a Coffee link and support the channel, folks, it isn't. And you all know, you 63,000 salt of the earth loving community of mine, you know very well, I do not need anyone to buy me a cup of coffee. I have $3 to buy a cup of coffee. I have $300. I am not a broke person. Or as I like to say, I am not a broke dick. I never have been. I worked for myself for 33 years and I had my own business. And so I was always a minimalist. I saved my money. I'm very frugal. And yes, I return things sometimes because I don't buy anything from anybody that doesn't have a return policy. Do you? So they try to use these things and say, don't give this, like one guy left a comment, why are you giving this guy? I mean, what a nasty thing to say, this guy. Why are you giving this guy money? Someone left a super thanks of $1.99 or $2.99 or something on YouTube in the comment section, which you can do. They just appreciated the video. I've done it. People do it all the time. I used to watch these cruise videos where these guys, they take multiple cruises. They're on cruises every week. So they got money, you know, they got money. And yet people are constantly hitting the super thanks button out of just appreciation for what they're doing. People give money in church. People give money to these bums on the corner for a beer, knowing they're gonna buy a beer, but they do it knowing what they're gonna do. They don't care, that's their privilege. So when someone does that, it's not your place to say, you the hater, you the person butting in, why are you giving this guy any money? He says he has plenty of money. When this person knows very well, I'm not a person living under a bridge. I'm not a broke person. This is just something out of generosity that people do. Someone said a comment, why don't you take some of that free money that people are giving you and buy somebody else a coffee? Well, folks, I buy more than coffee sometimes. In fact, I'm not going to sit here and get on a soapbox and talk about what I've paid for, but I pay every day, all the time. I try and talk about that on the channel. You know, pay for the person behind you at McDonald's or at Wendy's or wherever you're at. Or, you know, like around the property where I'm staying, you know, they're catering to me and helping me and cooking for me. And don't think I don't buy groceries. Don't think that I don't take them to breakfast. Don't think that I don't do things, because I do. I got couth. I got manners. I was raised better. And you know what? These people actually know it. But again, what I wanted to say in the beginning of the video, I actually really want to thank the YouTube guy. He looks like Howard Stern, sits in some dungeon, some dark dungeon, and he talks about the most disparaging, he uses the most vulgar language. I would highly recommend that no one watches him, because he comes up in your feed because they, like I said, they grab the coattails of Sarasota Tim, they put in a hashtag, they use a thumbnail with my picture and Sarasota Tim, and the algorithm has picked him up, and he thinks he's on a roll, he's gonna get subscribers, he's gonna get views, and he's gonna make money. He doesn't care about you, he doesn't care about me, and he doesn't even care about those people that think that he cares about them, that wallow around in the same hatefulness in the comment section on his channel. He is caring about one thing and one thing only, and that's about building a YouTube channel and enjoying the success that I'm having, and hundreds, thousands of other YouTubers are enjoying, that are monetized, that are providing quality content that people want to watch, that helps them in either tutorials or cooking or travel or RVing, whatever. And they are original. And while there may be lots of cooking channels and RV channels and travel channels, everyone is individual. But people that try to plagiarize and want to disparage and try to bring down successful channels, it's a backfire. It really is. It backfires on them. It's backfiring on them now. While they picked up a few subscribers, and they definitely gets a few views when they use the name Sarasota Tim and other successful YouTubers that they pick on. I'm not the only one. I'm not exclusive to their hatred. They're not what do you call prejudice. They'll pick on anybody. But I'm here to defend the community and myself, so that if you read these things, and I never made this video and I never answer it, you know, it's like something you hear it often enough, like in politics. We heard a lot of things about this particular politician, that politician, this attorney, that attorney, and I use the old expression, the analogy. If somebody told you they saw your wife with another man, you would say you're out of your mind. You saw somebody else. Or if the next person comes along and says it, and 3 more people said it that day, you would start to believe it or question it. And you would actually probably ask your wife that night, what's going on? So if I don't defend and I don't want to give them any attention, but if I don't defend this channel and defend you and give you fair warning that these people have only grown recently because of the success that I'm enjoying and other YouTubers that they're picking on. Like I said, it's not just me. And they'll pull pieces out of this video, I'll guarantee you, my words, the audio, little short snidbits, and then connect it to something else, put that in back and that in front and this in the middle, and they'll create a whole dialogue that I said something completely different. Don't be fooled by these great magicians that are pulling rabbits out of the hat, fooling those that are vulnerable, that are honest people, that are like, wow, I didn't know that about him. Is that true? Wow. No, I don't want you to think that, folks, because it's not true. Am I a perfect person? Have I ever lied? Did I ever do drugs once? Did I ever drink alcohol? Did I ever say bad words? Did I smoke cigarettes? Did I ever say unkind things to one of my previous spouses? Have I ever been unkind to somebody and flipped them the finger in road rage? Have I ever done anything that you've ever heard of that's ugly and nasty? Yes, I have. Do I do them now? I slip up sometimes. I put my pants on one leg at a time. But I try to endorse and promote honesty, positivity, and being kind of others, because I have learned, and I never want to change. I've learned, folks, that if you do sow good seed, no matter if they don't appreciate it, God sees it, and it will come back to you in tenfold. So just do the right thing always. Ignore this stuff that's going to happen. You know, I can't sit there and block everybody and go through the comments every second. There were comments made about, oh, he's deleting and blocking all these people. He's running to the toilet on one hand and deleting a button on the other hand. I mean, they say the nastiest, vulgar things, and this is why I want them gone. And I will continue to block them. I don't care how many usernames they get, because I don't want my community to read ugly things. You know, when I did start out, of course, there was very few haters because I was a small channel. I got some criticisms and I didn't like it, but I didn't block them or anything. That happens to anybody. Nobody agrees with everything you say. I was putting things on my 4Runner. Oh, I wouldn't put that on there. Or I wouldn't use those tires. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't change my oil that often, or I would change my oil less, or I would use the factory stuff. Everyone has an opinion, folks. Just try saying something, believe me. You say up, they say down. That's just the way the world is. But as it got bigger and more successful, people are jealous. People are wishing that you would just fall into a hole or go away, and nobody would ever hear from you again. I don't know what motivates them to do that. I don't know these people. They don't know me. I've never done anything to them to warrant any of this criticism, and so I just don't get it. And finally, before I end the video, I will say one more thing. And I don't talk about a lot of things. That's about my personal relationships, as you very well know, and I don't talk about my finances. But lately, there's been people that will leave comments regarding financial things about me. The repo man's looking for me. The Flagstaff was repoed. He's got debt. He's got an outstanding business loan. He's got, he's not a minimalist. He's up to his eyeballs in debt. He, she, this, that, and the other about everything. How you doing? There goes a subscriber yelling out Sarasota Tim. So, yeah, some very awful things that they can't be content with leaving a negative comment or getting blocked and moving on and go finding somebody else to bother. So with that information I just shared with you, you can guarantee that when you read things in the comments that they're lies, they're deceit, there's no boundaries, there's nothing they won't say, there's nothing they won't do, and you can't believe a word of it. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest things I think that they hate is they hate that this channel honors God. I think a lot of people that watch me are not necessarily religious. They're Jewish, or they're, what do you call that one where you don't believe in anything, but you're not necessarily an atheist. You believe in a higher power, but not maybe Jesus Christ, and agnostics or something like that. But they enjoy my videos, and they're very polite when they say it. They're like, hey, I'm not a religious person, but I enjoy your videos. But those that are adamant that there's no God, and they'll argue with you and tell you, you must be a fool to believe in some magical man in the sky. Man, you mention God on the internet, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you've got all the God haters immediately coming down on you, because this is a world run by evil. God gave dominion. God gave the devil dominion over the world. This is his home. This is where he lives. We live in it. But we put on the breastplate of armor and we have Jesus in our lives, or you just sow good seed and you're a good person and you act right. You got couth. You treat others like you want to be treated. You do any of those things that I just mentioned and you're fine. But when you run around, and you're in disguise because you don't have your horns showing, because you're truly evil, and you just hate people that are happy or succeeding because of your miserable life, then you end up being one of these people that we've been talking about this entire time. Now, whether I post this video or not, I don't know. It went on a little long. I kind of went off on a tangent. I had a lot built up into me about that. The main thing is I don't want the community to be fooled by these buffoons that are talking crap about me and others on other channels. It's not exclusively to me. They're doing it all over the internet. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. So I will continue to block them. You'll continue to report them. You can report them too. Hit that little 3 dots next to their comment and hit report. You can report them. In fact, I've already looked into it last night and Googled these ones using my picture and using these false accusations for defamation of character. I said, can I sue another YouTube channel for defamation of character? And it right away says, yes, absolutely. You can contact us through this link that they have through Google and YouTube and file a report. And absolutely, we'll shut them down. But you know what? Since we're all educated now, and we know that they're just lying, because you've been forewarned that I'm going to crush you.